Hey everyone, welcome to our very first online Wheatley class. So the way that this is going to work from now on is Mr. Jones and I are going to get on and give you guys a quick mini lesson and walk you through our thought process. Then you guys are going to get a chance to use the resources that we provided for you to answer some of the assignments by yourself. So if you have any questions after the lesson, don't be afraid to reach out to ask us any questions during our office hours from 11 to 12. You can log on to Zoom on Google Classroom, and we'll be there ready to answer any questions you might have. So, the goal for today, by the end of our mini lesson, is for you guys to be able to explain how an image or picture can help us better understand a text. Another way we can say that is we're going to be able to explain how an image or picture helps us better clarify the text. Clarify means to make it a little bit easier. So today the text that we're going to be focusing on is Martin Luther King Jr. and the March on Washington. For this lesson, I'll have the resources in this video that you need to answer for your assignment. But if you have any questions, we will be posting these books online for you guys to be able to view. So we're going to be focusing on pages 14 and 15 for my model, and then you're going to be focusing on pages 22 and 23 for your assignment. So when we use images or pictures to help us clarify a text, which also means to make easier, we're going to be following 4 easy steps. I have them posted right here so you won't get confused. The first step that we're going to follow is we need to ask ourselves, what part of the text does this picture connect to? The second step we're going to follow is to look closely at the picture details. Because in step number 3, you have to be a detective. You have to ask yourselves, what details in the picture are not included in the words? Because then in step number 4, you need to be able to explain how the picture helped you better understand the text and the words. So let's go over our 4 steps one more time. Step number 1, what part of the text does the picture connect to? Does the picture? Awesome. Step number 2, look closely at the picture details. Step number 3, find details in the picture that are not in the words. And step number 4, explain how the picture helps us better understand the text. So before we go over my model, I want you guys to listen as I read the pages. In the South and in some other states, there are laws to keep Black people and white people apart. Black people cannot eat in many restaurants or stay in many hotels. So now I'm going to walk you through our 4 steps to help us understand how an image can better help us clarify a text. So I know that step number 1 is to ask myself, what part of the text do these pictures connect to? Well, I notice that this picture spreads across both pages. So I know that it's going to connect to the words that are above. So I know that these pictures are connecting to the words on these 2 pages. Now I'm going to look closely at the pictures and the picture details. So I see that there's a sign here that says white only. I also notice in these signs it looks and it says wash, self-service. So this is letting me know that this white woman is entering into a laundromat. So now that I've noticed my picture details, I'm going to move to step number 3 and ask myself, what details in these pictures were not in the text? I know that the words were saying restaurant and hotel, but I noticed that this woman is at a laundromat. I also noticed that there was nothing about signs in the words, so that can help me better understand some of the words in the text. So now I'm going to put all this together and move to step number 4, which is to explain how the pictures help us better understand the text. So the picture helps me understand how laws kept Black people from using businesses. The words mentioned restaurants and hotels, but I learned by the pictures that some laundromats were still segregated, and they even had signs on the windows that showed how Black people were still not welcome. So now that I modeled my thinking steps about how to explain how an image helps clarify a text, you guys are going to get a chance to answer some questions by yourselves. I'm going to read out loud pages 22 and 23. As I'm reading, your thinking job is to be asking yourselves, what details in the pictures do I notice that I don't hear in the words in the text? So what's your thinking job again? Exactly. As I read, you're going to be thinking about what details do you see in the picture that you don't hear in the words. Let's go ahead and get started. There have been sit-ins in many cities. At sit-ins, Black people take seats in white-only restaurants or theaters, and they refuse to leave. Often they are dragged out. Sometimes they are put in jail. There have been protest marches in many southern cities and towns. People hold signs, they sing songs. So what details do you notice in these pictures that were not included in the text as I read? What did you see? What did you notice? So remember, good readers are always able to look at the images or pictures to help them better understand the text. So now you guys are going to go into the assignment page and you're going to answer the question that I just asked you in the text box. I will give you feedback to let you know if you got the question correct or if there's any quick fixes you need to make to fix your answer. Thank you so much for logging on to our first Wheatley lesson. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.